Daniel's Dread Tales is a show for grown-ups. It may contain adult language and adult themes. Please check the episode description for content warnings. Hey there, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of Daniel's Dread Tales. I hope you liked the finale to our Low Places game. We'll be starting up with a new campaign pretty soon. I think you're going to like it. But before that, we're going to have a couple of little interlude sort of games going into the next year. This one is going to be another in our lineup of Dex Raymond adventures, this time with Rene taking the part of Dex Raymond. She's got quite a way of playing the character. It's yet another fun Cthulhu Confidential game, and I think you're really going to like it. Just a small warning, though. We had a little bit of an audio issue on this one. Nothing dramatic, but you're going to hear some papers rustling and stuff like that. We try not to have that happen, but there were just some errors in the recording. But I don't think it ruins it. I think you're still going to really like this one. Enjoy! Welcome, everybody, to another exciting episode of Daniel's Dread Tales. I'm your game master, Daniel, he, him, and I am joined this week by a voice we don't hear nearly enough on the show.
Hi, my name is René. My pronouncer is she, they, okay. And I will be playing Dexter, Dex Raymond.
Yes.
Also known as Hardboiled Dex.
Yes. I know we've had a couple of different shows where Dex Raymond has been investigating the horrible mysteries in Los Angeles. We're going to see another variation on Dex Raymond this week. Will they end up being a murderer or a nice guy? We'll see. We've had one be a murderer so far and one be a relatively nice person.
I didn't know murder was an option.
Yeah. Russell got a hold of him and started killing people for the mob.
Amazing.
Yeah. All right. Okay, let's get this party started. We open on Dex Raymond pulling up in his car. What kind of car do you think Dex drives?
Did Impalas exist way back then? What year are we in, actually?
Oh, yes, I suppose I should mention. It is the 1930s. 1930, let's say 1936.
I know next to nothing about cars. I'm just gonna say I have a toddler. I watch a lot of cartoon movies. Yeah. So I'm gonna say whatever car looks the closest to Doc Hudson. Okay. Doc Hudson from the movie Cars. That's the kind of car I want to drive.
Okay, got it.
I want it to be like burgundy.
Okay.
With gold trim.
Burgundy with gold trim. Okay, so you got fancy car. I like it. All right. You are pulling up at a hotel on the corner of South Normandy and, well, it's on South Normandy. It's near Pico, and it's kind of a shady hotel where criminal types show up to ply their trade. Probably some working girls work there too, even though that is technically illegal. Obviously, a lot of that happens. You are dealing with some shady types here in Los Angeles. You have been given a call by the man who runs the place. I should mention the hotel itself is called the Revelstock Hotel.
The Revelstock Hotel.
Yes, and you have been given a call by Hal Cade, who owns the hotel. He is mob connected, but he has called you because he called you relatively frantically and he said, I need you over here right now. He seemed a little flustered on the call and couldn't say much. He said, I'll have to tell you when you get here. I don't know if anyone's listening on this line.
Oh, whoa, hold your horses, baby. I'm coming. Yeah, so I pull up. I knock into something or other on my way.
Yeah, the house detective, who's like an ex-cop named Chuck Freeze, ushers you up to room 237, where Cade is waiting for you.
Chucky, baby.
Cade says, Dex, I'm glad that you're here.
Please, Dex was my father's name. Hardboiled will do.
Oh. Yeah, Hardboiled Dex. Right. The boss said that you were the one to talk to. Okay, so they say, sort of questioning a little bit with the fact that you're referring to yourself as hard-boiled.
The one and only.
He pulls out a paper grocery bag and hands it to you.
Okay. Can I take a quick look at it? Is it like dripping on the bottom?
It is dripping on the bottom. It is dripping on the bottom.
I, like, gingerly take it with a thumb and forefinger on the top. Can I do something? Can I smell it? Can I study it? Like, what do I expect?
He said, like, take a look inside.
Oh, inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I put it down, trying not to dribble on my expensive coat.
All right.
And I open it.
There is a ball of something at the bottom of it.
What kind of something?
It kind of looks like a hooded jumpsuit as you start to undo the ball a little bit, but it is dripping with blood, and that's not fabric. That's skin.
I don't know.
It's like if someone managed to completely skin a person and leave that skin in a single piece with only a single vertical split down the middle.
Excuse me.
I need you to make a stability test.
Sure, yes. As I gag a little bit.
Yeah.
I didn't have my morning brandy this morning, so... I got a 4 and 2.
Oh, okay. I normally would tell you what the things you'd be going for next time. It's fine. So that means you got a 6. So that means you got a hold, which means you want to throw up, just like Cade and Freeze, the detective, probably did when they first saw this thing. But you hold it in and carry on as the sweat running down your spine isn't. So, whenever you make a roll, there will usually be what's called an advanced score. In this case, that would have been if you rolled a 9. There would be a hold score, which in this case was 5 to 8, which means you sort of continue on. Okay. And then if you had gotten a 4 or less, something bad would have happened to you. There are also, if you would ever like to gain an additional die before you roll, you should say, hey, I want an additional problem, which means that I will let you roll one more die on top of it to add to it. But you will get a problem that you might have to deal with later. I'll tell you a little bit about that.
Mm-hmm. So like a devil's bargain kind of situation.
A devil's bargain, yes.
Gotcha.
All right.
So, hey, Katie, baby. I say as I, like, sort of push the bag a little bit further from me. What is that?
The maid found this under the bed. I want you to find out if this is what I think it is. If it's not, lovely, you've earned your fee. If it is, I want you to find out who would leave such a thing in my hotel, if they skin the person here or somewhere else, and if it concerns my business in any way. Anything else, come to think of it, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. But I'm relying on you to see to it that anybody who would think to dump a body part, if you could call it that, in my hotel, realizes the error of their ways. Permanently. Mm-hmm. Do we understand each other?
Crystal clear, baby.
Great. The baby stuff you're saying seems to be completely out of time, but that's fine. I'm loving it. You're making calling people baby in the 30s. I love it.
Yeah, I'm doing a little bit of Austin Powers, but
yes,
not like
I'm
too much.
Yes. All right.
Dex compose themselves a little bit, whips out a pair of leather gloves.
Okay.
All of his clothing looks really fine.
Okay.
It's all secondhand though.
Okay.
So like this suit looks expensive, but it doesn't quite fit right. The gloves are fine but time worn, that kind of stuff. So whips out a pair of gloves, goes, well then, first and foremost, which room was that found in? I want to see that room. This one.
237.
Okay, I want to see your books. I want to see who have been the occupants of this room in the last week or so.
Okay. Well, I have have this. He had already brought up the register because he figured you were going to ask this. The room was rented by a woman named Stella Betts. She was the last person to rent the room.
Stella Betts. Do I recognize the name at all?
You don't. Freeze says she's a working girl.
She's a working girl. Alrighty. Okay, I will go to talk to Stella Betts a little bit later. Yeah. Right now I'm going to check out under the bed.
Alright, so just a thing. This probably goes without saying, but you would need to tell me which investigative skill you would be using to look underneath the bed. I will give you a hint. In this case, it is the very useful skill, evidence collection. Evidence collection. Yes.
Yeah. So. I'm going to use my evidence collection to check out under the bed.
All right.
I grab a little torchlight.
Yes. The blood has not dried yet. Which means that this skin ball must have been left there in the last few hours. This means that it probably wasn't left there by somebody earlier than Betts. Or, well, not that Stella Betts is the one who put it there, but she is the one whose name was on the book anyway.
Yes. Well, either her or her client.
Yeah, exactly. You're also able to collect a little bit of the blood. I don't know if there's anything you could do with that, but you are able to collect a little bit of the blood.
Well, I have this doctor friend. Oh, he's a shrink. Never mind. I have a scientist friend, though.
Yes. You have... Yeah. They might be able to take a look at it. Yeah, your friend who's a shrink probably can't analyze blood super well, but...
No, I'm definitely going to be going to the shrink later after this whole shebang is done.
After this whole thing is over, you're going to need some therapy, probably.
A little bit, yeah.
All right.
Sure. Can I just unfold the skin?
Yes.
Like, spread it out on the floor.
Like, they're... People are being kind of disgusted and looking away as you do this. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I start doing that, and I'm like, okay, anybody has a garbage bag, tarp?
Yeah.
Gross old sheets, anything?
We're gonna have to clean up this whole room. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I mean, since you're cleaning up anyway, I just sort of shake out the skin like a rug.
Blood is flying everywhere. Oh my god. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, spread it out. I'm looking for any scars, marks, tattoos.
No, actually. That's an interesting thing. You know, while there is a big slit on the back of the thing, as if it had been taken off just as one big piece, you look around, it looks to be a man, probably, but the skin is actually, there are no tattoos. There's, like, not even any burn marks or cut marks or anything like that on the body.
Any birthmarks? Anything identifying?
No, not really at all. Which is actually kind of odd as you look at it. Like, people usually have, like, moles or, like, something like that. But absolutely nothing.
Alrighty.
Looking at it a little bit, it kind of looks like it's a man, probably. And the loss of hair looks like it's probably an older man.
Oh, the face is there, too.
Yes, the face is
sort
there.
Of.
Yes. So, I mean, sort of. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yes, I do. Bending over with a looking glass.
Yeah.
As people are gagging all around me.
Yeah.
Like, well, this face here and the bits over there told me that it used to be a man. Not much else.
Yeah, that is unfortunately not much else to it.
Alright, Katie, right? Katie, baby, I'm going to talk to one of my contacts, see if we can't parse anything out from this, and I sort of hold up the little vial of blood that I was able to collect.
I guess that doesn't... Sure, whatever. I don't know what the blood will tell you. Is that like a fingerprint? Could you figure out somebody from their blood?
Ooh, fingerprints. Good idea. I'm gonna roll up the skin like a towel. Kind of.
Right.
Double bag it this time.
Okay.
And take it with me for, fingerprints.
Oh, you're taking it with you. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
To the scientist. Yes, I'm gonna I'm gonna go to the scientist first.
I'm going to say this keeping skin on you is not a great look if the police ever search you or something. Just heads up.
I said what I said.
Yeah, no, I know you said what you said. Just be aware that this is not, All right. So you said you want to go talk to your contact. Who is that?
Virginia Ashbury, scientist.
Yeah, she works over at UCLA.
Mm-hmm.
It's around midnight when you came out to see this case, so...
Oh, fun.
Ashbury is probably... You could try to wake her up, or you could try to maybe look for another... Or you could just wait till the morning, get some sleep, and then call her in the morning, is also a totally valid thing.
Well, I already arrived. Gas is dirt cheap, but I don't like wasting things anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pull over, knock down a sculpture.
What?
Well, if there's like a gargoyle lion sculpture or something, that's just how I park.
Okay, you just knock into things. Okay.
Yeah, the front of my car is like all fucked up.
Okay, so your car isn't that nice because you keep hitting things because you're not a very good driver.
Especially in the front.
Okay.
It's just a vibe. Yeah, so I walk up to... Am I at her house or at the university? Probably at her house, right?
You can drive to her house, yeah.
Push the doorbell.
Okay.
4, 5, 6 times.
It's 2 a.m.
Yes, I know. That's why I keep hitting the doorbell.
All right. Virginia Ashbury has sort of dressed herself quickly and has come to the door. What is it? Dex? Is this some sort of emergency? What's wrong?
Ginny, baby, looking fabulous. Yes, as a matter of fact, yes, it is. There has been a flaying.
A flaying?
Yes, at the City Hotel over there. I've got some bodily effects that I would like you to identify for me.
Dex, it's 2 a.m.
Like I said, it's an emergency. Crime
Okay.
never sleeps.
Okay, I'll take this from you. When I get into the lab in the morning, I'll take a look at it. I don't have the stuff here to do the work, but I'll look at it first thing in the morning and then give you a call.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I don't think there's any way she'll be able to... Unless I give you a ride. Would you like a ride to the lab?
Dex, I do this to you as a favor. Please let me get some sleep.
Trying to think about something witty to say back, but, like I said, I'm not nearly drunk enough for this, baby. So, I'm just gonna leave this with you and gonna talk to the prostitute who might be involved.
Okay, great. Yes.
See you in the morning, toots.
So you have this blood. Is there anything else from the victim?
Ah, yes, right, almost forgot.
Jesus! Is that...
Yes.
Oh.
That is a birthday suit.
Okay, I could see why this thing has thrown you off. Okay, well... I'll try to get a cleaner way to transport this to the lab. I'll give you a call sometime in the afternoon tomorrow after I've gone through it.
Ginny, I am forever in your debt.
Yeah. Why do you always bring me the weirdest things, Dex?
I don't know what to tell you. The weirdest things just seem to find me. That's what it takes to be hardboiled Dex.
Yeah, hard-boiled. Okay. Good luck on the case.
Thanks, baby. Yeah, and I just stride off to the car.
Yeah.
And,
did you hit my mailbox?
Doodles!
You drive off.
Yep.
All right. And so you said you're going to look for this woman.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for the working girl.
All right. I'm going to sell you again, because this skill is a little vague. Streetwise would be the thing that would let you find this woman. Streetwise is going to be knowing what's going on in the street, and in particular, anything having to do with things that are illegal.
Oh, I sort of assumed that woman was working at that hotel.
No. You don't work out of the hotels, not in Los Angeles at this. But you rent a hotel and then go over there. Yeah.
Gotcha. And her name was Sarah?
Stella Betts. The sort of stroll for the streetwalkers is relatively close to the hotel, the ones who use it, but they don't actually work out of the hotel. That might be a thing that goes on in Europe, but not in Los Angeles.
Okay, right. I don't know what she looks like, do I?
You told she was a redhead.
I was told she was a redhead. Yeah, so I walked down the red lights district, the local...
It's not quite a district, because kind of a lot of places right now are pretty shitty. But there's just this stroll, this area where there's about 7 gals and a couple of pimps.
And a couple of pimps. Yeah. Any one of them a redhead?
One of them is a redhead, yes.
Yeah, so I just meander over to her.
Okay.
And go, how do I pick up a woman? It's been so long.
Well, she's willing to say, like, hey, buddy, you need some company?
Hey, yourself, I wouldn't mind one.
All right. What are we talking about?
You, me, cozy little hotel room, a bottle of champagne, and then we'll see where the night takes us.
All right. Is there any of your interpersonal skills, your investigation skills over there that you would like to use for this?
Sure.
It's going to be any of the ones that are like the two faces looking at each other. Those are the ones that are talking to people.
Streetwise again, perhaps?
Yeah, streetwise. Yeah, you know how to hire a prostitute. Yeah. All right.
Not the first time.
Okay, that's something we're learning about Dex. Okay.
Not going to be the first time, not going to be the last time.
All right. You check into a hotel. Do you go back to the nearest hotel is that one? Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be the plan. And
okay.
Oh, do we do flashback in this game?
We can do a flashback if you would like, yeah.
Could I have talked to the reception person and asked them to, check me into the very same room?
They're not going to let you into the same room. It's covered in blood.
Well, that was my whole plan, to take her into this room, see her reaction.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Can I do that?
As you approach the room, she says, "Oh no. Oh no. I wasn't involved in it. I didn't do..."
Relax, sweetness. It's just a room.
No, I know what went on in that room. I'm done. I'm sorry. She's getting ready to leave.
Okay, I don't have a badge to flash. What can I flash?
There's not much. Well, your gun, if that's what you want to do. Or you could use maybe one of your interpersonal skills.
Sure. Yes, I think I'm gonna use cop talk.
Cop talk is vague. Cop talk isn't making you talk like a cop. Cop talk is like, you know how to talk to the police. So if you wanted to be like, you could say like, maybe you're trying to be intimidating. You could use intimidation, or you could try to use reassurance. I think are maybe 2 ways that you could approach this.
No. Hardboiled Dex never intimidate a working girl.
Okay.
Their life is hard enough, baby.
Yeah, she's a world-weary 22-year-old.
Yeah, absolutely. I get that. I get that. No. Hardboiled Dex is a feminist out of his time.
Okay. So, do you want to say use reassurance then?
I'm gonna use reassurance.
Okay.
Like, I raise my hands, palms up, look. Listen. To be perfectly honest with you, baby. I'm a private investigator. I have been given this, whatever this is, and a name, which just happened to be your name, Stella Betts.
Okay, I did not do anything.
Assess honesty.
Assess honesty is not 100% like yes or no, but the thing that you're getting from her is fear, but also like, it doesn't feel like she did anything. Like, you feel that she's mostly telling the truth. She's definitely scared, but yeah.
So she said I didn't do it, and I say, I believe you.
Yeah. I
believe you. This isn't like you at all, baby. Yeah. So who did?
It was I didn't catch his name. Okay, so 2 days ago. guy walks up to me, offers me $50 to do a favor for him, okay?
Mm-hmm.
He didn't give his name, and $50, that's more than a month's rent. So, he said I wouldn't even need to sleep with the person, that we're doing a honey trap. I've done worse for less.
Hey, I ain't judging, baby.
Yeah, okay. He was driving a dirty, dented pickup truck, but he was dressed really well. He wanted me to go to a coffee shop downtown at 7 and make goo-goo eyes at a guy named George Harp.
What's the name of that coffee shop? Buck of the Stars, by any chance?
Yeah. I didn't come up with the name of it, so yeah.
I'm making little notes in my little black notebook.
Gotcha. All right. He showed me a picture. He took it out of a newspaper clipping. Here, I think I still have it. And she pulls from her purse. It's a picture of a round-faced man with pinched features. He's wearing a white fedora and sort of a slick, sort of like he's trying to be cool,
Okay. Ooh, that's a nice picture right there. Mind if I have that?
Yeah, sure. I don't need it.
Thank you.
So, the client wanted me to get this guy George Harp to a hotel. He had actually suggested another hotel, but I told him that we should go to the Revelstock because I've been there before.
Mm-hmm. So you did.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
Well, he went away. He came back a half hour later. He said he had rented room 237. She gestures towards the door, and that I should take Harp there. So I did that. Got Harp's attention, said, hey, come with me. And we went into the room. And as soon as Harp comes into the room, the man pulls a heater on him and told me to leave. He gave me my payment, which was like a little clump of gold, which he said would be worth the $50. I was a little pissed at this because, who knows how much this is worth. It probably wasn't worth much, but he had a gun. I didn't really want to argue with him. Though, when I sold it later, it was actually, it was worth like $500.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
And
I'm playing like I'm a really good listener.
Yeah. And that's all that's the last I saw of him. I mean, you could still ask some questions here, but
yes.
basic story.
I'm really curious about this well-dressed man of yours. What did he look like? What color were his eyes? Hair?
I don't know. He was pretty unassuming. Dark hair.
Dark hair.
He had kind of a funny voice. He had it's like an accent, maybe. I couldn't figure it out, though. He sounded a little bit funny. He talked a little weird. And his eyes, I think they were, I feel like they were black. His eyes were like beady little eyes. I looked into them and they scared me. I didn't really want to look at them again. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I understand, honey. It's all right. It's all right. Here, I take my wallet, grab another $50.
$50? Okay.
Yes.
To be clear, $50 is a gigantic sum of money.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, how about a 20?
Okay, that's still a lot of money, but that's real. Okay, you were paying this girl very well for this.
Yes, okay. As soon as, yeah. I'm gonna grab a 20.
Okay.
And I'm gonna put it, in her hand and, close my hand over it.
Yeah.
And go.
Yeah, he was a real weirdo, but thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. He kept asking...
What?
Okay, this is kind of a weird thing to say. I don't know if he knew what my job was. Does that make sense?
Kind of.
He asked me if I had ever serviced any water commissioners.
Water commissioners.
He asked that several times, and I told him I didn't understand his question. I don't know, it was very weird. And he kept talking about the services that I perform. He never said anything beyond that. I think maybe he was like really uncomfortable or didn't even understand what I did. Water commissioners. I don't understand.
Water commissioners. René is not sure either. What's a water commissioner?
So a water commissioner are the people that are in charge of how the water gets to the city. Los Angeles itself is built in a desert. So there is quite a bit of, work that needs to be done to figure out how we get the water into the city, how the water gets appropriated to different people, stuff like that. The water commissioners would probably be in charge. The most famous person who was involved in this sort of thing was Mulholland, who helped build the aqueduct system that helped supply Los Angeles with water.
Sweet. Okay, now I know.
Yeah.
We're gonna wait until the morning.
Okay.
For Virginia to do her tests.
Yeah.
Okay. So I let her go.
And she says, "Look, I know that guy was a little odd, but if you see him, tell him if he needs anybody lured up to a hotel room again, I'll do it for him."
Oof. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna smile kind of tightly and go, yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
But I don't have a good feeling about this.
Yeah.
Kind of regret giving her the 20.
Yeah. Look, she's just trying to get paid. She's just trying to live her life.
Yeah, that's fair. But I thought we had a moment there. No. Anyway, I take this picture of George Harp again. Does this face look anything like the flayed face that I saw there?
Not really.
Not really.
Not really, no.
So, like a totally different guy? Like totally different...
Yeah.
Color hair?
Yeah, different color hair. It's... Yeah.
Okay, so not George Harp. Okay, I sort of call after the Stella Betts.
Yeah.
While she's still there. Hey, Stella, hun, that beady-eyed, funny-voiced guy, was he balding by any chance?
Yeah, he was starting to lose some of his hair.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Yeah, okay.
Have a good rest of your night, and...
Yeah, no, I don't need to work for the rest of the night.
There you go. And if you can, maybe get out of this whole unpleasant business. Not that I'm telling you how to live your life. You do you, but...
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, yeah, you're going to save me. I get it. She rolls her eyes as she walks away.
Oh, awkward.
Yeah. You think she hasn't heard that she shouldn't do this before?
Yeah.
You think she doesn't know? Sorry, I don't mean to be too grim about this, but...
Aw.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
She's 22. She came to Los Angeles to be a star. It didn't work out.
Yeah, I know. But now I'm having real-life bad feelings about trying to save an imaginary prostitute.
Yes. Sex work is work, but no, she's got a pretty nasty pimp and stuff. Anyway, we're not worried about that. Let's worry about this weird skin stuff.
Okay. Yeah, Stella Betts is a whole different story.
Yes.
Weird skin stuff. Okay.
If this wasn't for a podcast, we could delve into that even deeper. But let's refocus.
So, it was not George Harp, but the flayed guy was balding, just like the weird, funny voice, well-dressed, dirty pickup guy.
Yes.
What can I do with this?
I don't know what you could do with that. You could try to find out about George Harp, I guess.
Yes, that is a good. Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, do I have a cop friend or something? No, I don't.
You do. You do have a cop friend. Yes, his name is Ted Gargan. It's actually listed on your picture. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's in my story, not in the sources. Gotcha.
Yes. He's not a full-on source. He's just a cop that you know.
Right.
He's not going to do work for you, but you're friends. You've helped him with some cases before. He's given you some leads on some stuff. You work together. He's an honest cop.
Okay. So. One of the very few.
Yes. Yeah. Look, ACAB is always true, but Jesus Christ, Los Angeles police of the 30s were monumentally corrupt.
Mm-hmm. Would Ted Gargan be okay? Would Ted Gargan be okay? No. Would Ted Gargan be awake at this time of
I mean, it's
day?
probably like 5 o'clock right now.
5 o'clock this... Okay.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't feel too bad about waking him up, so I'm just gonna...
Just gonna give him a call at his... Do you have his home number? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, you have his home number. How are you gonna give him a call? You gonna go to your office? Yeah.
I was just gonna show up at his
You're just gonna show up at his house, right? This is what your character does.
This is what I do, baby.
Okay.
Just grab some coffee and donuts on the way, show up at his apartment. Is coffee to go a thing in the 1930s?
You could bring him some coffee. Yeah, you can bring him some coffee.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna bring up some coffee and donuts to Ted Gargan's house.
Yeah. All right. He lives in a little suburban home, and you pull up. It's like 6 by the time you're getting there after you've gotten the coffee and the donuts.
Mm-hmm.
And you actually see him kissing his wife as he's getting ready to head out the door. You know, he's, playing with the kids a little bit. And you see he's heading out the door. Do you wait for him to head out the door, or do you walk up to him?
Well, I pull up,
okay.
smash a garden gnome to smithereens.
Christ. He rushes out and says, "What the... God damn it, Dex!"
Teddy! Baby!
What are you... You drive like a maniac!
Proffer a cup of coffee and a thing of Timbits.
Yeah, Timbits, very big in Los Angeles in the 30s. No, it's like, yeah, Dex, what's up? Keep it quick. I got a case to work on.
Sure. Well, so do I. I'm not doing nothing.
No, I know. That's the only reason that you would show up here. Please don't tell me you're going to tell me about a murder that I'm going to need to investigate.
That's exactly what I do. I tell them all about it.
Okay, so heads up real quick. Your Streetwise is making you remember, should you tell your one of the only honest cop friends about how you're doing work involving a prostitute at a mob hotel?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you can tell him some stuff or ask him about some parts of the case. But
yeah, I'm gonna ask him about George Harp.
Harp? No, I know that name. That guy's a crook.
Is he now?
No, he's got a lot of pull at City Hall. He's the kind of guy that the crooked cops defer to, you know? He's a glad-handing, upper-crust, grifter. He's not a violent outlaw, but he is crooked.
What has he been up to recently?
Recently? I don't know. He's been involved with the redevelopment of Chinatown.
Something Water Commission?
He used to be on the Water Commission. He hasn't been for years.
Huh. Interesting. Ooh. I think Rene just had a realization.
Which is?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he lives somewhere in North Hollywood. I don't know. You'd have to look up his address.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question. How do I look up a person's address?
I mean, you would need to just research it. You've got plenty of books to look at in your office, or you could go to a library. Either way, there's directories.
Okay.
Yeah.
Phone books?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, thanks for the information.
Yeah, okay. Look, if you can... Look, Dex. If you can get me anything... Right, hard-boiled. If you can find anything dirty on Harp, be careful. That could be very valuable, but it could also get you killed. He's not a dangerous man himself, but he has some pretty dangerous friends. I don't think you want to be pissing off Guy McCaffrey.
Who's Guy McCaffrey?
Guy McCaffrey is one of the guys who runs the system here in L.A. He's one of the big bosses in organized crime. around here. He actually is sort of in a bit of a turf war with this new guy, Bugsy Siegel, who's coming in. Honestly, that stuff probably exists outside the bounds of this case, but that is what's going on.
Yeah, so many names.
When Russell was Dex, he ended up being friends with Bugsy Siegel and started murdering people for him.
Wonderful.
Yes.
That's not who
That's not who
Hardboiled
this
is.
That's not who Hardboiled is.
No. Hardboiled is a different
No,
group.
we've got a very different Dex. This is our third Dex we're seeing. I love our different Dexes.
Aw.
Yes. I just like Los Angeles, so I keep having the same guy wander around LA.
I say to Teddy, well, as it happens, digging up some dirt on George Harp is exactly what old Hardboiled intends to do now.
All right. Well, I could try to back you up if you need anything, but you know how it is here.
That's sweet. That's mighty sweet of you, baby.
Okay.
Kiss the missus for me.
Sure. Yeah. I'll tell him hi.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm gonna back up into another garden gnome and drive away.
And he just sort of puts his fingers to his brow. It's like, fucking Raymond. So, what would you like to do?
I'm just looking at my sources list right now. Like, what
I mean, you could probably go get in touch with Virginia.
I could.
Again.
Oh yeah, it is morning at this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. That's where I go. I go to UCLA.
Although, actually, at this point, they just called it the University of California.
That's fair.
Sorry,
I was just.
I know nobody cares except me, but I keep putting all of my history stuff in here. This is my show. I like my dumb history. So.
No, it's interesting.
Yeah.
Keep doing that.
Okay.
I just kept trying to say UNBC.
Yeah. No, not that one. All right, you go over to Virginia, who is examining as you arrive in her little lab room, she's actually finishing up her examination. Says,
Ginny, how's it going?
Dex, like I said, you always bring me the weirdest stuff, but you really, really have to be more careful when you're transporting things like this. I think you contaminated the sample.
Oh.
No,
well,
because I was looking through it. This skin, there's a bunch of reptile enzymes that got into this blood and stuff here. Were you or whoever's holding it, were they near like any like snakes or lizards or something like that? Maybe the bag. I don't know, but there's a bunch of like reptile enzymes that got worked into this. It's corrupted.
Last time I went to see a reptile was a field trip when I was 12. So.
Well, looking at the skin, it doesn't make a lot of sense. So, the skin here has no scar tissue. No scar tissue whatsoever.
No scars, no moles.
The skin doesn't appear even to be like aging in some spots and like it's about to be replaced. Do you know how skin cells work?
I do. Old skin cells die and just fall off of our body and make up 70% of the dust we breathe.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so if you look at the skin, all of this skin, the skin cells they've regenerated at like a consistent rate over the entire body, which is not usually how it works. Different parts regenerate at different times and whatnot, depending on what they're exposed to and things like that. This one, all of these skin cells are only like 3 or 4 days old, assuming a typical regeneration rate of a human, of which I don't know.
Huh.
Also, I was looking at your blood. Again, I don't quite understand. There are traces of zootoxins in here.
What's a zootoxin?
It's a venom produced by a poisonous animal. It looks similar to what would be found in a rattlesnake. So maybe a rattlesnake bit your corpse here? Not corpse. Your skin?
Were there any puncture marks?
No.
No.
Well, maybe on this just tear in the back. Again, I don't understand how you could flay a body this perfectly.
Dex, being a rather whimsical person,
Yeah.
leans over the skin to check for nipples.
It has nipples.
Aw, dang it.
Yeah.
Well, there goes this idea.
Okay.
So, unless I'm very much mistaken, baby, here's what I think happened. Picture this. Middle of the night, person, well-dressed, drives up in a dirty pickup truck into a hotel room where a cunning prostitute is about to lure a well-known grifter, hides
Okay.
under the bed,
Okay.
proceeds to shut off his skin like a lizard.
What?
No, I don't think this sounds quite right either.
I mean, if this was... I know you've brought me some weird stuff. I guess... No, humans don't shed their skin like lizards. This is... I mean, there are some similarities.
Well, either this grifter person turned out to be a vile psychopath, or whatever we're dealing with is not human.
You'll have to tell me when you get it solved, Dex.
I feel like this revelation might be disturbing enough that I would have to roll for stability, like...
Yes, I would like you to make a quick stability test.
Yes.
Difficulty 7.
7. I got a 3.
All right. I'm going to give you a problem card.
Problem.
Okay, so this will be... I will be putting it in the chat here. You will be able to see that you have this problem going forward. We're just going to give you shaken.
I am shooketh.
The next time you get an advance, the next time you score a great success, it will only count as a limited success. Is what that means.
Dang it.
You can get problem cards. You could also get advantage cards as we go along. But
oh, that's good.
yeah. So that is your problem. Okay, there's maybe something snaky going on here.
Rattlesnake. Zootoxin.
Yeah.
Okay, I am pretty shaken.
Yeah.
So, what I'm gonna do is go to this Alfred Kelham person, our anthropologist, historian buddy.
He also works at UCLA, so you're already on
sweet.
campus.
Yeah,
so yeah.
Awesome. Couple stairs up.
Yeah.
And
He's in another department. Like, he's not in the sciences. He's in the liberal arts sort of place.
All right. And I'm gonna, so my plan is to ask him if there was anything in oral history about, snake men shedding their skin.
All right. You go over to his place. He greets you. He's an older man. He complains to you a little bit about a TA that he's been dealing with, but that TA's dad donated a building, so you got to keep him around. And then you
That's how the world works.
Yeah, that's how the world works. And then you get to it.
Yeah. Alfie, here's the question. What do you know about snake people?
Sneeple?
Hey Paul, would you say that you are haunted by nightmares of the things that have happened on the Crow's Codex?
I occasionally have some difficult dreams that come up. Most of those are associated with the most recent story.
Anything in particular with most recent story that's really haunted you?
The time where there were more mouths than we expected, or more eyes than we expected, or more eyes in mouths than we expected. It's hard to narrow it down.
Was it the fish with human teeth?
It's definitely up there.
If any of these things sound horrible to you, you can find them and more on the Crow's Codex, now part of the Imaginary Broadcast Network. It's as real as you want it to be.
What do you mean, like, in general? In Southern California? What are we talking about?
I will take anything at this point. Anything about people shedding their skin like snakes, being venomous.
That's interesting that you bring that up. There's a strange story that exists sort of cross-culturally in a lot of the native groups in the area. The Tongva, the Chumash. They speak about an inhuman tribe of worshippers of a thing that they call Yig. It's Y-I-G is how we translated it into English.
Yig.
Yig.
So what is a Yig?
It's a god of outsiders, of the
Ooh.
discarded and dispossessed.
Sounds like my kind of god.
Not so much. It is said that the Yig worshippers were born of an unholy union between man and snake, and that they could take the form of ordinary people to infiltrate communities, and they would destroy by spreading greed and discord. This is... I actually was just been writing something about this recently. Again, it is very odd that this exists in many of the different tribes throughout the Southwest. All these different people speak of Yig, which means that there must be, this story has been passed around between all of the people.
Mm-hmm. Shape-shifting snake peoples, eh?
Yeah. That they would, there's some evidence that obviously there are no actual shape-shifting snake people, but...
No, of course not, no.
Yes, but there are, supposedly if you would ingest snake venom, you would have hallucinatory visions of this god, Yig. And that, actually the native Chumash, they said that beehive cacti in a circle would fend off these people. This is actually more related to the fact that oftentimes there would be holes in the ground, and just the way of the ecology of it all is that many times these beehive cacti would grow around a hole in the ground, or actually the way their roots are, they would create a hole in the ground around them. But similar to fairy circles in... Right.
Yes. Mushroom circles.
Yes. But beehive cacti were said to actually force them back, that the pink blooms would turn black when one of these creatures would be around.
Fascinating.
Yeah, I've been trying to figure out exactly the origins of some of these myths. It's fascinating stuff. Why do you ask?
Oh, no reason.
Okay, Dex. I know I'm not trying to pry on your cases.
Yeah. Obviously, yes, reason.
Maybe you don't want to talk about it. I understand.
Your old baked apple face looks so cute. I just can't lie to you, baby. There's a weird case I'm working on.
Okay.
Yes, there's some weird samples that I had tested, and it just took my mind to strange places.
Okay.
It's probably nothing.
Okay. Well, when I'm done publishing, I'll give you a copy of my book.
Yeah, I would appreciate that.
Yeah,
Thanks, Alfie.
Yeah, not a problem. Not a problem. Good luck, Dex. Are you okay?
Who? Me?
Yeah.
Hard-boiled as ever.
Right. Okay. You take care, okay?
You too.
Yeah.
Okay, I head out.
Okay.
First thing I want to do is go to a florist or something.
You wanted to get a cacti?
I want to get a cactus.
You know what? It's going to take about an hour to get a cactus. People aren't really growing cactus. You can get a cactus. You just get like a small one in a pot that you can fit in like your hand.
Awesome. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted. I want to get me a beehive cactus in a little pot with a pink bloom.
Yes.
I'm just going to carry it around. I'm going to keep forgetting about it and stick my hand in the pocket and get prickled.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's done. Right.
If you're curious what one of those looks like, I'm going to show you a picture. For people listening to the podcast, I know, Google beehive cactus.
Aw, that's a nice little cactus.
Yeah. And some people like to keep, it usually is pretty small, And those pink flowers are pretty, lovely. So sometimes people have that on their desks and stuff like that.
Not me. I would kill that thing. I kill cacti. That's my superpower.
Oh, you're less nurturing than a desert?
Yeah.
All right. So.
Okay. So that is done. The professor said that they incite greed and.
Yeah.
I need to investigate this George Harp person.
Yes.
A little better because he fits the description.
All right. Well, so do you want to do just a quick little research? While you're here, you could probably find his address at the library here at UCLA instead of going back to your own books.
Yes, I'm going to do that real quick.
Okay.
I'm going to find his address.
All right. 6301 Quebec Drive in North Hollywood.
Oh, Quebec Drive.
Yeah. Hey, Canada. There we go.
Yay.
That and your Timbits. We're getting a little bit of Canada here.
That and my Timbits. Oh, wait till I accidentally make a double-double.
I don't know what that is.
A double-double is a double cream, double sugar.
Okay. See, I live in Los Angeles. I see a double-double is a thing that you could get at an In-N-Out burger. But, though In-N-Out was not in Los Angeles in the 30s.
No. So I got this address. I don't know if I want to head straight to his home.
I mean, it kind of is your only lead at this point. Yeah.
Sure, let's go where the plot happens.
Yes.
I'm gonna go to 6301 Quebec Drive.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a swell Spanish colonial home. There's a gate. You can't just drive up.
No, nothing for me to knock down.
Yeah.
Dang it. Can't just drive up. There's a gate. Is it locked or?
The gate is locked. There's an intercom.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and push the button.
No response.
No response. I'm gonna push it again.
No response.
God damn it. I'm just gonna. Okay, I'm gonna pretend to be disappointed.
Yeah.
Get in my car and pretend to drive away.
Yeah.
But park a couple of blocks down. And furtively meander back.
Okay. You gonna try to jump over the fence?
No, I'm not gonna. At first, I'm just gonna scale the joint.
Are you case the joint, you mean?
Case the joint, thank you. Yes.
Again, looks like a normal house. You don't see anybody moving around at all, as you're looking over. You don't see any staff, even. He probably would have a staff, if he has a gate like this or something. At least one guy. You do notice that there is one light on in a room upstairs, but you see no movement there. You see no movement going on downstairs whatsoever.
Yeah. Okay.
Probably no one's home, but the light is left on. Maybe they just left the light on. Yeah.
Maybe. Any beehive cacti growing in the garden?
Not that you could see.
Okay. I'm gonna find a good spot to jump the fence then.
All right. This is going to be a difficulty 4 stealth test. Just a quick stealth test.
Give me a problem. I'll get another dice.
Oh, okay. You want a problem?
Yes, I want a problem.
Because these are usually quick tests. Quick tests don't usually have problems, but let me find one for you. I'm going to offer you this problem. You could choose to take it or not. It is bad feeling about this, which means the next time you roll a 6, ignore that result and roll again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll take it.
Okay.
I'll take it.
And, okay. So,
yeah.
I don't have a card specifically for that because that's one of my generic problems, but that's a problem that you have. Okay.
That's fine. I'm gonna write it down. Bad feeling.
Yeah.
I already have a bad feeling about it. So.
Yes, that's why I felt that it would fit right in.
Yes.
And this only happens once. The next time you roll a 6, you have to roll that again. And if you roll another 6, you could keep it, but you have to, the next 6 you roll has to be re-rolled.
Understood. I rolled a 5 and a 3 and a 5.
Okay. Then you definitely make it over the wall.
I have 13.
Yeah. Yeah, you make it over the wall nice and easy.
I'm still shaken, though.
You are still shaking. Oh, you know what? Okay.
I get stuck.
No. So I was going to give you an edge going forward to be like, and you get a bonus because you were so good at being stealthy. But you're not going to get that. No. Instead, we're just going to lose the shaken card.
Okay, that's good.
So instead of succeeding super well and getting a bonus, you've just succeeded at sneaking into the place.
Rip my pants a little bit.
Yeah. But you still have a bad feeling about all of this.
Oh, yeah. Super bad.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna sneak in, hope he doesn't keep dogs. Although if he does, I have a jar of peanut butter in my pocket.
Okay. And a cactus in your pocket? Are you telling me
And
you're
a
literally
cactus.
holding a cactus in your pocket? Be careful
Yes.
with that.
As a matter of fact, I'm gonna take this cactus and just hold it in my hand.
Okay, you're just holding a cactus in your hand.
Yes, I'm
You're
just
hopping
holding
over the
cactus.
fence holding a cactus in your hand.
No, after I've hopped the fence, I'm gonna...
Okay, because also if you fall when you've got a cactus in your pocket, that's probably no good.
No.
Okay. No dogs, but the doors are locked.
Doors are locked. Okay. Well, luckily I have a locksmith ability.
Right, you know how to pick a lock. Nice and easy.
I
Get
know
it-
how to pick a
Yeah.
lock.
No roll required. You just get it open.
Yeah, I take off my hat.
Yeah.
And I take a hairpin out of my hair.
Which door do you want to try to go through?
Oh yeah, there's several doors, isn't there?
The front door or the back door?
Hardboiled always goes through the back door, baby.
Okay. That's good. You don't have to make another stealth test. Because if you got through the front door, somebody would have seen you try to pick a lock.
Whoops.
Yeah. No, but you made the right choice. You went through the back door, so you're good.
Yay.
Okay.
Yay, I'm winning at this.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take off my hat and pull a hairpin out of my hair and shake out surprisingly luxurious locks.
Oh, okay. We're learning something about Dex here. I'm loving it. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, now in my mind, Dex looks like basically a straight up Henry Cavill
Oh, okay. Got it.
as The Witcher, a little bit
Yeah.
less grimy.
Yeah. All right. Easily getting in.
Yeah.
As you look around, it looks like nobody is around, but it seems like a relatively normal home. Although you do hear a shouting coming from a closet.
From a closet.
You hear somebody, yeah, I think it's a closet or something like that. You hear like some pounding. It's like, hey, anybody?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go to the closet.
Yeah. Yeah. They might have heard you coming in or something.
Yeah.
And you see that there is somebody handcuffed to a radiator in the washroom of this place. I guess it wasn't really a closet. You thought it might have been a closet, but it's like the washroom. And there is a bruised and hysterical George Harp. You recognize him from his picture that you were given. And he is... You gotta get me out of here! Please!
First of all, stop yelling. Second of all, hi. Third
Hi.
of all, I'm gonna get you out of here. And while I am getting you out of here, you're gonna tell me everything about how you got here, who got you here, and where they are right now. And
I don't know if I can answer that third question, but I will. I'll let you know everything that I know. Just please, can you get me out of these things?
Yes, I use the same hairpin to start
Okay, gotcha.
picking his handcuffs.
Okay.
Can I quickly sense trouble, or is it something that you tell me to do?
I tell you when you need to make a sense
Okay.
trouble roll. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just sensing trouble by default with the bad feeling.
Yeah,
now.
and then you will roll when it is time. Yeah. All right. What do you want to ask him?
Well, who's responsible for his current position? Like, who got him here?
I don't know. It's a little confusing. Look, so I was having a coffee down at Wilbur's Pharmacy, and it was just a Spanish coffee, having a good evening, and then there was this cute number comes over to me and starts chatting me up. Said her name was Stella. Anyway, she's a pro, but we're all men of the world. You know how it works.
Oh yeah, no man, no judgment at all.
All right. So, I went to the hotel. It was kind of shady, but, usually the house detectives keep working girls out at nicer places, so I didn't mind going to this place. But as soon as I go into the room, the girl disappears, and a guy pulls a gun on me. I recognized him. He was an old city councilman, a guy by the name of Jim Erland. He had a .38. He pulled it on me. He gave the gal some sort of glinting object, and then then she vamoosed.
And then this Erland person, what did he do?
You notice that Harp really starts freaking out at this. He's starting to hyperventilate a little bit. And he's having trouble telling the story. Is there an interpersonal skill you would like to use to get a story out of him?
Yes. I'm gonna use reassurance.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been on this case, and I've seen the weird, well, not the whole weird thing that happened, but the aftermath of the weird thing that happened. So, whatever you tell me, I might believe you.
Okay, I honestly don't care if you believe me or not. I need you to tell me this doesn't go to the papers, okay?
On my honor.
Okay. So, he looked like Erland, but he didn't talk like Erland. He didn't sound like Erland. His voice was different. He didn't remember the last time we had spoken. And his voice sounded a little different.
Kind of funny, like an accent?
Yeah. And he moved different, too. He was, like, all fast and jumpy. That wasn't the Erland I knew at all.
Slithery, you might say?
I guess. Yeah. It's weird. You wouldn't think of a person as slithery, but yeah, maybe. It's a good way to describe it. So he just stares at me for a while, and then he locks me in the bathroom. It was really weird. He just stared at me without saying anything, just looking me up and down. He locks me in the bathroom, and I'm in there, and then I hear this horrible, wet, slushy sound. And then the door opened, and Erland wasn't there anymore. There was a man who looked just like me standing there. Like a doppelganger.
Right.
It was like looking into a mirror. Almost. Mm-hmm. I'd cut myself shaving that morning, and he didn't have the cut.
All right.
Anyway, he led me with a gun, hidden in his jacket, down to his car. I don't know that the house dick didn't see that we were the same fucking person and noticed that something was wrong. Horrible hotel. Anyway.
Hey, they only do the job they're paid to do, right?
I guess.
Don't judge.
So, he drives me... he forces me to drive to this house, and he told me that if I told my housekeeper what was going on, he would kill her and me. So, we go through the gate. He tells me to lie down in the back seat. He says something to the housekeeper, I don't know what. She leaves, and then she hasn't been back since. I was hoping that she would come back and rescue me. I was kind of hoping that you were her. And then he dragged me into the house and pistol whipped me. And demanded that I tell him the names of the commissioners of the Department of Water and Power.
Water and Power.
It was bizarre. This guy seemed to think that this was some sort of big secret. You can just look that shit up in the library.
Yeah, I don't believe his type really keeps updated on what isn't a secret in our
Yeah, he kept asking me, and then I realized eventually that he wasn't asking for the current names. He wanted to know the names of the people that were on the board in 1928.
1928. Character, do we know what happened? If something happened in 1928?
You do remember something happened in 1928.
What was it?
The St. Francis Dam disaster.
Ooh. What was it all about? Was it a real thing that happened?
There's a real thing that happened. This is
okay.
Yeah. So Google it if you'd like. No, but St. Francis Dam disaster. This is what you remember. You could maybe do some more research if you want some more exact details, but you remember that this happened. You mostly just remember that the power went out around midnight, and that was the first thing that you noticed. And apparently the St. Francis Dam gave way, which flooded San Francisco Canyon, which is in Ventura County. It's about an hour north of the city. And the flood killed a ton of people, mostly migrant farm workers from Mexico. And then the collapsing dam, like some of those pieces, hit a power station, which knocked out all the power, which limited the ability to warn people about what was happening. One of the worst things that happened, especially because their English wasn't very good, a lot of workers tried to run to a bridge to get over the water, and the bridge collapsed. In the, the death tolls were anywhere from 400 to 700. You remember seeing some pictures in the newspaper. It was horrible.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Yeah. But back to the thing. Yeah, he asked me about the people that worked on the board. I told him, I mean, I actually remembered some of them. I try to remember the names of people who are important in around LA. So I told him a couple of names. I also didn't want him to keep hitting me.
And then what did he do?
Once I had those names, I just told him the names, and then he handcuffed me here and left.
Looking like you.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not gonna tell him that, but my theory is that this creature, whatever it is after revenge. Because the flood probably killed a lot, of its kind, as it flooded the canyon.
That seems like it might be what's going on. That's a theory. All right.
That is my theory now.
So remember, you could ask questions and use skills on this guy.
Yes. Yeah. I'm gonna ask. So, Georgie, baby, what's the first name you gave him?
Oh, I just gave a couple names. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter.
I feel like it might, because that's where he is most likely heading.
I don't remember. I don't remember.
I'm gonna stop working on his handcuffs, and I'm gonna. Oh, I'm still holding a cactus, aren't I?
Yes.
I'm gonna stop working on his handcuffs, put the hairpin back in my hair, and go, listen, you crooked ass piece of shit. You've been good to me so far, but if you stop talking now, I'm gonna take this cactus, and I'm gonna ram it where the sun don't shine.
All right.
Understand?
So, we're gonna do something that I realized I did not tell you about. So, you have 4 what are called pushes. These are something that you would use on one of your investigative skills to get a much greater result.
Okay.
What you're doing right now is an intimidation push.
Yeah.
So you can spend one of your intimidation pushes to make this guy tell you everything that he knows.
Yes.
Yes.
That is a good idea. I'm going to do exactly that.
Yeah, I forgot to tell you about the pushes. You have 4, now you have 3. But yes. Okay, fine. Okay, I told him 3 names. I told him 3 names. Okay? One of them was Thomas Nally. He lives really far away. I figured he's fine.
Okay.
I told him about Benjamin Worthington. That guy's already dead. And then Samuel Dewey. And I told him that name because Dewey recently screwed me over in a business deal.
Of course. Yeah. I understand.
He was on the commission, but...
No, I get it. Like, immediately after he starts spilling it, I'm like, no longer mean and evil. I'm like, oh yeah, no, I get it. Don't judge. I would have done the same thing. Dewey, eh? Where does this Samuel Dewey live again?
He rattles out the address. I don't have it written down, but he tells me the address, like, right off the top of his head.
Okay. Oh, there you go. See, wasn't that hard, was it? I finished lockpicking his cuffs.
Okay, great. Thank you. Look, please don't call the cops. I don't want people to know that I got kidnapped. All of this seems a little too weird for me. Okay?
What was that business deal that Samuel screwed you over?
Oh, it was a finder's fee on a land deal that I was doing outside the city to the east, buying some oil fields.
Oh, oil fields. Interesting. Alright. You do you, baby.
I'm gonna go lie low at a friend's cabin outside of the city. You let me know
You
when
do
this
that.
all cools down. I'll owe you one.
For sure.
Okay.
I'll have my people contact your people.
I don't have just, and he gives you a phone number of a cabin to call.
Amazing. I
Okay.
pocket it.
Okay.
Sweet. So I head out.
Yeah.
First thing I do
Mhm.
is I'm gonna call Teddy Gargan,
Okay.
my cop friend,
Yes.
and I'm gonna give him the location of George Hart. Well,
Okay. You're immediately telling him that Harp is going to be
of
lying
course.
low outside
yes,
the city?
Yes, and I give him the phone number of the cabin. I tell him that he was involved in some shady business deal that involved oil.
Ah,
Inside the
okay.
city.
So we're getting one over on Harp. I love it. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, Hardboiled Dex is considerate like that.
That's good. That's good. All right. You will probably not be getting a favor from Harp, but you might be getting another favor from Teddy.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
You win some, you lose some. And next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna head over to Samuel Dewey's place.
You're going to go there straight away?
Straight away.
Okay. Did I say Dewey? It's Dowley. I might have said Dewey before. It's supposed to be Dowley. I misspoke.
You did say Dewey.
I said Dewey.
okay.
That I apologize. It's Dowley. Dawle. You know what? Actually, no. His name's Dewey. His name's Dewey from now on. Fuck it. His
Sure.
name's just Dewey. Yeah.
His name's Dewey now.
His name's Dewey. It's fine.
He absolutely looks in my head like the one from Malcolm in the Middle.
All right. So he has an office in the Tree Lore building, which is on 617 South Olive Street. You drive there straight away?
Straight away as fast as I can.
Okay. You arrive. I'm trying to think what the timeline is on this here.
I took an extra hour to buy a cactus.
You did spend a little extra time buying a cactus. No, this is what we're going to do. When you arrive at the office, you hear the sounds of a scuffle and frightened words coming from the other side of the door.
Other side of the door.
You go to if it's an office building, and you go up to like where his office would be. Like he's rented out a separate it's a bunch of different offices in this building, and you go up to like his office. And
Okay.
when you arrive at the door, there's not a window on the door or anything, but there is it says Dewey on the door.
See, if it was the first floor,
Yeah.
I would have rammed my car like straight through the door.
No, he's on the 5th floor.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Cool cinematic moment. Poof,
Yeah.
done like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I leap the steps three at a time, and I'm gonna... The door's locked, I'm assuming?
The door is locked, yes. You could try to kick it down, I guess.
Yes, that's what I was gonna do. I'm looking at my abilities here.
You need to make
Athletics?
a difficulty 4 athletics check to just kick it down.
Okay. I rolled 4 exactly.
Great. Okay, so you're going to get a +1 on your next thing because you've surprised the person. You see somebody ordering a terrified white-haired man to climb through the window and onto the fire escape. And the guy looks exactly like Harp.
Okay.
I need, as soon as you kick down the door, the Harp thing opens fire on you with a .38 caliber revolver.
Okay, I'm gonna roll.
We're going to make a fighting roll.
Yes.
You're going to get +1 on this because you kicked the door open and surprised them. On a 9 or higher, you will get an advance. On a 5 or 8, you will get a hold. On a 4 or less, you will get a setback.
I am considering asking for a problem for an extra die.
Okay. Just know that sometimes these problems are worse than the failing the rolls, so...
Let's try it. Let's try raw dogging it.
You already have a +1. You have a +1.
I do. And while I'm rolling, I'm gonna steal a glimpse at my cactus.
Okay.
Yeah, got a 6 + 1 is a 7.
So that means you got a hold, which is the middle result.
So not too bad.
So the assailant shots give you two choices: get perforated or retreat to the other side of the door frame. He hustles Dewey onto the fire escape, following him onto it. His shots ping around you from below, forcing you back. By the time you think it's safe enough to expose yourself again, the two are at street level. You see the attacker force Dewey into the passenger side of a pickup truck and drive off.
I run to my car and I follow. Car chase? Car chase? Anyone?
You're going to have to run down the stairs. You're on the 5th floor.
Can I take the fire escape the same way
You can take the fire escape, but you are still going down the fire escape.
I'm gonna slide down it like firefighters do, and I'm like, phew.
It's not a pole. It's like they don't have poles for the fire escape.
No, I know. I'm just gonna
stairs. Yeah.
I'm just gonna hug the sides of the ladder and just sort of slide. No.
You could. I'm just gonna tell you, they get away. You try to get to your car. They are still firing at you from the window, aiming back, and they drive like a maniac, and they get away into the traffic of the city.
Shit. Okay. Did my cactus turn black?
How close did you get to the guy? I don't think...
If he was at the window...
You know what? There's a little bit of darkness creeping in on the bulb of your cactus. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This shooketh me.
Yeah.
Okay. Dirty pickup truck, that's all I know. Right?
Yeah.
No color, no plates. I'm gonna call Teddy.
Okay. Do you want to investigate the office a little bit before...
First call Ted, that their person is driving like a maniac.
Okay.
And then investigate the office.
I'll forward that to the traffic folks. Okay.
Yeah, thanks. Samuel Dewey is in danger.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell him that this guy kidnapped Samuel Dewey.
Yeah. All right.
And I'm gonna tell him that the guy looks exactly like George Hart, but it's not as it seems. Just trust me on that.
Okay, I'm going to tell the traffic people to look for George Harp, is actually what I'm going to do, but okay.
Yeah, do that.
Okay. Or I'll give him a description that sounds like George Harp, okay?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Teddy, you're the best.
All right.
Okay, and now I'm going to investigate the office. I've got evidence collection.
Yeah.
So I'm going to look through the desk.
Yeah.
Check out the floorboards.
The only thing that you notice is that there is a notepad on the desk, and you do the thing where you see, there are indentations in the notepad.
Oh, so
yeah.
I take a pencil and I just scribble over it. Well, not over it, but like you do the thing.
It looks like a bunch of random numbers.
Does it look like a phone number or a geographical location?
Oh, this is an address. You're right. It's an address.
Huh. It's like a postal code, or?
No, it's like writing out, because it's written out, because they're like on top of each other. So it's kind of hard to read, but you eventually put together that these are 2 street addresses that have been written out here. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I copy it into my notebook.
All right.
And anything else?
One is for 408 South Spring Street, and one of them is an apartment building in Hollywood.
Okay.
Yeah. Besides that, you see bullet casings and stuff like that from the firefight, but no crazy magic shit or anything like that.
No crazy magic shit. Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, I'm gonna grab a flask of whiskey that I just know Samuel Dewey has in his desk.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a big swig out of it. I'm gonna go to my car and go to one of these places. Now, which one? I want to go to Hollywood. Let's go to Hollywood.
Okay. It is an apartment building.
It is.
Yeah.
It's just a street address. No.
Yeah, just a street for an apartment building in Hollywood.
Should I ask the fortune teller?
I mean, you could go into there's probably a security guy in the apartment building. Usually they have a doorman or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Ask if some weird is happening?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure, I'll do that.
Yeah.
So I go to this Hollywood building.
Yeah.
And
All right.
there's like a concierge or security person.
So there's a doorman.
Mm-hmm.
You actually recognize him as a guy named Smokey, who is a wanted felon. He is maybe taking this job as like a side gig or something to lay low.
Smokey, baby.
He glares and says, "My name is Paul."
Polly.
Hi, Dex.
How's it going? How's life?
I'm fine.
Job treating you well?
Yes.
Anything... What's the phrase I'm looking for? Out of order? No. I'm blue screening right now.
I don't know, Dex. Look, I'm just here. I guard the place. I'm a doorman. It's a pretty normal place. People are nice enough. Meldicott gives me good tips. He's a rich guy. I don't know.
So nothing unusual at all happening? No shouting at night?
No.
Doors slamming?
No, like I said, there's it's mostly normal place. The most interesting thing here is this nice 80-year-old guy who gives me good tips.
Nice 80-year-old guy. I give him the description of this snake person when he was Thomas Nally. No, Thomas Nally is dead. Jim Erland.
Erland.
The
very first vision of it.
Yeah, the very first vision, the balding guy.
No, I never seen anybody like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Is it Erland? He's like an old business guy, right? Or a government guy.
Yeah.
I've heard of him before.
Councilman or something.
Yeah. That old guy who gives me the tips, he rambles on and on. I think I heard that name before.
Rambles, eh? What does he sound like, this old guy of yours?
I don't know, like a nice old guy. Name's Meldicott. He used to be he's a mucky muck on some... I think he was on the DWP. The Department of Water and Power.
Oh. Interesting. Any chance I could go talk to him?
Yeah, you could ring him up.
Sure. I'll do that. Thanks, Paul.
All right. Mr. Meldicott, there's Dex Raymond here to talk to you. He says he's got a question for you. Wait, what is this about, Dex?
Just some water commissioner stuff.
He says he's got water commissioner stuff to ask you about. Yeah? Okay, well, you can go on up, Dex. And he hangs up the phone.
Okay. I go to the old dude.
Yeah. You go up to his room. Meldicott is an older gentleman. He is at least 80 years old. He's wearing a smoking jacket. Doesn't matter what time you've come, he's wearing a smoking jacket.
Right.
And he says, come in. It's nice. It's so nice to have company these days. And he invites you in. He gestures towards a little cat on the floor. He says, this is Cicero. Okay, he's friendly. Don't worry, he's friendly.
Kitty. Yeah, I pet Cicero, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when we're sitting down.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so, okay, hang on. I need to figure out my backstory. Okay, so, Mr. Meldicott, I am organizing the records in the local library, and I've noticed that the dam disaster of 1928 is missing some pages.
His face drops when you say that. He said, it's maybe the worst thing that's happened to me in my life.
I understand that is very traumatic for you to talk about, but you have to understand that posterity will never forgive us if we miss something as important as this.
Yeah, no,
in
I
our
understand.
records.
I understand. Yeah.
So I understand that you were a water commissioner
Yes, I was one of the commissioners.
when that happened.
Yeah, no, the memories haunt me to this day. You know, when the magnitude of what happened became clear, I immediately hopped in my car, rounded up a team of builders. We went out and tried to do as much relief efforts as we could immediately. I'd never seen anything so bad.
What happened? Why did it happen?
Maintenance. They hadn't been spending the maintenance on it. Mulholland says it was saboteurs, but no. We just didn't do our jobs. We trusted Mulholland.
Right.
We should have kept an eye on it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that
And
you go
Mulholland
back,
was-
people joked about how rickety the dam looked. They did.
Right.
It was a constant joke, and we just didn't do anything about it. And now, you know, it's my fault. It's not just my fault, but, you know, I tried to get compensation. I voted to get money given to the survivors. I was consistently overruled. Yeah. No. Los Angeles would not exist if it wasn't for the greed of DWP. I look around this city, and it's just, this whole thing is built on debt.
You may be closer to the truth than you realize, Mr. Maldecott.
Okay. I can give you the details what I remember, but I don't really remember a whole lot. Have you spoken to Leslie White?
Leslie? No, I can't say that I have.
Yeah. He runs Focus. It's a magazine. But he was doing some recent research on the dam. I know he took a lot of pictures at the time and wrote quite a bit about it. Maybe you could speak to him. I don't really remember. I can look at the records that I have, but I don't, you know, I don't have that anymore. I can just tell you what I remember.
It's fine. I feel like I've taken up enough of your time, and besides, I can't, in good conscience, ask you to recount those events. I can see that they upset you very much.
Yeah. Is there anything else going on? Why is this coming up again?
Mr. Maldecott, Johnny, baby, I don't know how to tell you this. You're in danger. You need to get out of the city.
What?
Do you have anywhere you can go to? Any family?
Yes, I have some. I mean, I could speak to my daughter.
Grab a toothbrush and go visit your daughter. That's
What?
that's the best I can give you right now.
Okay. What is this? Is it about the dam?
Well, yes and no. Let's see. Let's say
There's a knock on the door.
Oh shit. Get in the closet now. I shove him into the closet. I grab the gun. I grab my gun and I grab my cactus.
Okay.
And I train the gun on the door.
Okay. There's another knock on the door.
I say in my best old man voice, "Come in."
You need to unlock the door.
What does that voice sound like?
Odd. The inflection is all wrong.
Okay. I tentatively approach the door, holding both gun and cactus.
You hear a hissing sound come from the other side of the door, and the pink blossom on your cactus turns completely black.
I shoot through the door.
I think you get the drop on him. I think you do. You shoot through the door, and you hear an inhuman scream.
Bang, 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 and then I unlock it.
You see, lying on the floor, a dead man that looks sort of like Harp. But it almost looks as if the skin is coming loose around it.
Thanks for listening. This episode featured Daniel as the GM and René as Dex Raymond. It was edited and sound designed by Russell as best I could, I swear. Daniel's Dread Tales main theme is by Claire L.W. and our album art is by Trin. Links for both in the show notes, along with our link tree, where you can find stuff like social media for the cast and show, and a donate link if you want to make us help our sounds more gooder. We'll be putting out our Low Places wrap-up show a little later this same week as a bonus episode, so keep an eye peeled for that. And this episode used additional music from the YouTube audio library, but just one because Audacity was finicky this week, and I figured I'd better just get the episode done rather than risking the project imploding. That song was Smoke Jacket Blues by Track Track. Again, thanks for listening, and until next time, mystery is a wish your shovel makes.